But if you're looking to expand your existing nail art collection, glitter top coats are such a great way to do it. Everyone, it's Talia here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. I have a very exciting video to share with you today. Coco & Claire is releasing 3 new velvet matte top coats. They currently have 3 others, I believe. They have some other matte glitter top coats, but I don't believe they call them velvet. I'm not really sure. Okay, so these 3 new ones, we have a silver sparkle, like a really nice pink sparkle, and then a gold sparkle. And then these were the ones that we had previously. We had like a fine silver, like a yellowy gold, and then a white sparkle here as well. But all 3 of these are very fine. And these ones have some chunky glitters in, which I am so excited about. So if you are a pro tech and you've heard of Fuzion, Fuzion also has glitter matte top coats. 3 matte top coats, kind of similar. So we have Venus, which is a silver, we have Saturn, which is like a champagne-y pink, and then we also have Jupiter, which is a gold. These 3 are my most used matte top coats. So if you are not a pro and cannot access Fuzion yet, Coco & Claire is a great option as well. And these ones look like they have more sparkles in it, so I'm kind of curious to see how they swatch and how they apply as well. But I'm going to tell you guys why I love matte top coats so much. And I'm going to show you guys an example of it. We're going to do some animal print nails. If you've been watching like any of my other press-on tutorial videos, then you'll know why I love matte top coats in general in combination with stamping. More specifically, I haven't really talked too much about glitter top coats, but if you're looking to expand your existing nail art collection, glitter top coats are such a great way to do it. Let's say you have 10 gel polish colors. Well, you add a matte top coat like any of these and suddenly you have a whole different look to it. So they're super versatile. But my personal favorite with them is the type of art that you can do with them. Because I prefer to stamp on a matte surface, sometimes I will just do a matte glitter instead, and then you can kind of cover it up a little bit with stamping. It is just so fun. So let's take a look at the 3 new top coats. This first one that we have is called Silver. I think silver, pink, and gold. Okay, yeah, so they're just standard names. But this is what it looks like. So it's got bigger chunky silver glitters to it as well as a finer glitter to it. And then just in comparison, just straight in the bottle with Fuzion's Venus. I think I'm gonna shake up Venus a little bit. Sometimes the glitters like settle to the bottom and they need just like a little shake to bring that glitter back up. I think this is my second bottle of Venus. Like I use these all the time, but they are, okay, so Coco & Claire definitely has more sparkle in it. And then like some different size chunks in the Coco & Claire one too. So we'll see more when I apply it. And this one we have pink. We have a nice, it's not really a champagne pink like the Fuzion one. It is more of like an actual pink shade, which is great. I like that we have a little bit of variation here. Yeah, the Fuzion one is a little bit more champagne-y, so that's nice. And then the gold one, oh my gosh, I just love it. It's almost like it has matte glitters in it, like not so sparkly. Yeah. It's so interesting, not so sparkly with it too. So I'm gonna paint just like a pink background nail. I actually want to show you guys one of my favorite pinks right now. It's a builder from Coco & Claire, and do not be intimidated by builders, especially from Coco & Claire, because these are super versatile as well. You can use them not necessarily to build an extension, there's not enough strength for that, but you can use them in a similar way that you would use the Coco & Claire Strong to kind of build up like an apex in your nail for a gel manicure. I personally love these for marbling, but I do like them for backgrounds too because they are like that milky kind of see-through look. But this one is one of my favorites. It's a new release. It's called Salt Glow. It is just such a great like light pink, and like the builders from Coco & Claire aren't super thick. So I find that you can paint them down really nice. So I'm gonna paint 3 nails, and then we're just gonna swatch these so we can see how they apply. And I wanna see, because they have more glitters in them, I wanna see how rough of a texture they are. Because some of the Coco & Claire glitters that are matte have a little bit more of a rougher texture, so you would just have to buff them after you apply them if you don't want that. So let's get 3 tips painted here. So on my little finger here, I'm going to use some of the full coverage Glam and Glow tips. And one of the things that I like about the Glam and Glow is the length of them. Like if you're looking for shorter nails, it is a great option. I'm trying to decide what shape I want to do. They come in square, they come in soft squares, so your edges are a little bit rounded, and then they come in coffin. The coffin is a little unique. Maybe that's why maybe I'll use the coffin one. It's not your traditional coffin that we see that is like super rounded. It's more of like an actual coffin shape of nails, where it like looks like a coffin, if that makes sense. It's got more of like your tapered, like it's like round and then just a little tapered at the front. It's a little bit different. That's their coffin. I'm not sure if that's the one I want to use. We have squovels, so you're gonna have like even more rounded edges than your soft square. And then we have round and almond. I think I might use the almond today actually, because I want some length on this. Which size fits her? Okay, number 4. Yeah, so it is, I do really like the almond shape from Coco and Claire because it's not like super pointed. It is like a nice almond shape. So let's use that one. Now, all I was doing here was just getting my size because I'm going to do this on a stand. And then because I'm just doing swatches on here, you don't really need to prep it. These aren't going to a customer, nothing like that. But if you did want to prep them, all I would suggest that you would have to do is just use your Fuzion prep. And this is going to act as like your 2-sided tape. But I like the builders because they are sheer, but like you can still paint with them. Like that is a beautiful color just on its own. If you wanted that little sheerness with this particular color, you would just do 1 coat. I'm going to do 2 coats on these. Do I want to do 2 coats? I just love the shade of this pink. Like, I just think it's so beautiful. It looks like it would be super, super pink in the container, but because it is like that builder consistency, once you actually do your layer, it is just, in my opinion, the perfect light pink. But I love like sheer milky looks. So for me, this is a great option. Okay, I'm gonna start with the gold. Okay, I'm liking how it's dispersing. Because it had a lot more glitters in it, I was kind of nervous that it was going to be too chunky. I love how the Fuzion disperses its glitter. As much as I want as much glitter on this nail as humanly possible, if you have too much, you're gonna get some lumps and bumps. And I love the size of the glitters in here. I'm happy. Happy with this glitter. If you do notice lumps and bumps when you're applying it, all you can do, or what you can do, is just tip it upside down, and then any of that matte that doesn't have glitter in it is kind of going to cover up the other glitters. Ooh, it's so pretty. On to the pink while that one cures. Ooh, yep. What a fun shade of pink. I like that it's a bit brighter. It's more cool toned. So I would say the Fuzion one is, because it's more of a champagne pink, it's more warm toned, and this one is a great cool tone option. And then we'll do the silver. They picked up like the perfect shades for these glitters. These are my 3 most popular shades from like the Fuzion ones, so it's nice to see them in Coco and Claire now too. Yep, love it. Great silver color here too. Here's the gold all cured. And then we have the silver. And lastly, the pink. I love this shade of pink. I'm so pumped for it. Okay, let's just set featuring these so that I can show you guys. So I can show you guys how much I love these and why. Okay, so I have a press-on order for one of my dear clients. Her name is Abby, and she is actually who designed my logos. So my new Talias Nail Studio logo, and then as well, she designed my Flora Nail Shop logo. So the interesting thing about the Flora Nail Shop logo is it is actually my mom's writing. to write the flora, and then she put in a rose and a violet for my daughters, and it was just so beautiful. And then for my Talia's Nail Studio logo, I gave her complete free reign on it. This is what she came up with initially. We made a couple little tweaks for it, and I just think it is so perfect. I really, really love it. She's also done like my branding colors and anything like that too. So if you guys are looking for any of that sort of graphic design, she is your girl. She is awesome. So she placed an order for my Talia's Choice nail set, and what that is design a nail set for you based on new colors that I have coming. You get zero say in what I'm doing with your nails. So if you like something fun or something completely unique, and you want new products for your nails, this is a great option. And then all the designs that I make include a Talia's Choice that pairs with it. So not necessarily like the one color, but just something that will have probably a little bit more to it. Okay, so we are doing a medium square, and I'm gonna get her all sized up for the nail design, and then as well as her complimentary Talia's Choice. I like to prep my nails with my e-file if they are this shape, like a square, because it's just easy to like zip down the edges. You don't have to really worry about not shaping them properly or anything. Sometimes it's got a little edge on them, so I just like to take a file and just get rid of that edge. If you're going like this, you're going to make it kind of indented, so you want to keep it as flat as you can. After they're all prepped, I'm just going to take this brush, and it's just from Fuzion. I literally only use it for this purpose of taking off dust, so it takes all of the dust off for me, which is great. Apparently my brain needed to listen to some music, and I decided in the midst of this tutorial that I was going to do a voiceover for the rest of it. So taking some of my Coco and Claire prep product, this you can use for press-ons as like a tip prep. It's going to act as like a two-sided tape to help your gel polish stick to the nails. And I'm going to go in with Sparkling Sands. Now this is a beautiful like neutral creamy shade, but it's got some iridescent gold flecks to it. I love this one for background designs, but also wedding nails because it has that iridescent shimmer. You do need 2 coats of this one, I find, though, or else it's going to have like kind of that milky sheer look. So if that's what you're going for, then do 1 coat, but I definitely wanted 2 for it. So what I'm doing with this design is I'm going to create a lot of different layers, and that is something that I love to do with the matte glitter top coats. So for some of the pop of color of this nail, I decided to take this color number 320. It's called Shenanigans, and it's kind of got like a foil leaf application to it. It's not really a glitter, it's way more metallic than that. Again, this one I find needs 2 coats in order to get like that big pop of color with it. And for a white for the zebra print nails, I'm going to take number 506 Purity. This is a really great milky white color, but it has white flecks of glitter in it. Again, another one that I think needs 2 coats, and I'm going to do this one on the thumb and pinky to kind of close the design in. Now that all of our background colors are done, I'm going to take some of the matte top coats. Now you guys know I prefer to stamp on top of a matte top coat. I just find, in my opinion, the designs look a little bit more bold that way. So the fact that we have some matte glitter top coats means I get to add some extra layers to the design. So I decided to take some of the gold glitter top coat to go on top of the sand shade, and then I wanted to do the pink one on top of the white shade to try and tie some of those pink nail designs in. So this is what it looks like after it's cured. Now the stamping plates that I'm going to use came out in like an animal print collection that they launched. We have CJS number 175 and number 176. Now if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I prefer to hand paint my animal print designs, except for these plates. So for the leopard print type of look, I'm going to use just the centers of this cheetah image on the bottom left corner, and I'm going to take this pink stamping polish to put on top of this creamy shade. That way I can tie some more of that pink into the design. I'm only going to stamp the pink centers, and I'm going to outline the rest of it. You guys will see that soon. But moving on to the zebra print, I am actually going to stamp it because I do really like this zebra print stamping image. Usually I hand paint my zebra, and when I'm stamping with black, I actually use this sticky black stamping polish basically all the time because I find it to be more pigmented, and I find I get less separation with my black images. Now heading back to the leopard print, I'm going to put some black paint down on my little ring palette here, and then I'm just going to take some toothpicks with a super pointy edge on them, and I'm going to outline all of those pink centers that we did. I prefer doing this than stamping on top with the layered outlines. I find that image incredibly hard to line up, and I prefer the kind of messy look that I get with the toothpick. Now there's no real rhyme or reason to how I am surrounding these. Sometimes I surround the entire thing, sometimes I do like a little bit on each side of them, but the one thing that I always recommend doing is doing some little dots kind of in between the bigger dots, because I find this gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. This is a brush that I really like using if I'm going to do some fine detailed lines, and taking some of that same pink stamping polish that we used for the center of the leopard print, I am going to just do some little outlines around the zebra print here. This is another way that I'm going to tie in some of that pink with that really bright pink that we used, as well as the pink matte glitter top coat that we used here too. So I'm just kind of surrounding the black lines wherever I feel like it needs a little bit more of a pop. Now this client was okay if I added some crystals to the design too, so I'm going to do that on the ring finger, again in colors that are going to tie in the other shades of the design that we have going on here. So I'm using a vintage rose sparkle, and then I'm using light Colorado topaz, I believe. These are both Swarovski crystals. I'm using my Ugly Duckling Shtick It just down. I kind of outline where I want the crystals to go, and then if I need to add more or take away, I do later on. Now I wasn't planning on making this nail a matte nail initially, but I kind of wanted to see what the matte glitter sparkle top coat looked like on top of this crystal design, because I do like the contrast between matte and sparkle nails. Now for the best part, we are going to top coat the other nails here, and now we can see all of those layers popping through. We have the sparkle background, we have the matte glitter top coming through, and then we have the animal print look on top of it. This is why I love working with matte glitter top coats, is because you get a little bit of extra pop when you go in and top coat them. And another thing that I like about the Coco and Claire matte top coats that I don't know if I've really talked about is that when you matte a design and then you go back in and top coat it, it doesn't have like that milky look to it. You actually get to see all of the glitters in their true glory when you go in with a shiny top coat. Not all matte top coats do that. I do include a Talia's Choice nail set with any of the orders that I get, and I try and make it so it's something that is a little bit unique that you can mix and match with your nail design. So I decided to go in with that pink background and then a matte top coat on top, because I again love the contrast of metallics with the matte top coats. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to give you guys some other ways that you can use these matte glitter top coats. They are so fun, so versatile, and they really do expand your nail art collection. So definitely comment below and let me know what you guys think of them too. Do you guys have any matte top coats in your collection? How do you like to use them? I would love to know. Make sure you're following me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!